And welcome to Live Guitar Repair with Danny, our master luthier here at Palin Music. I am Max. This is your forum to ask all the guitar repair questions you've always wanted to ask. Danny, what are you working on today?
Well, I was asking you what we should work on for the show because we don't have enough time to finish anything, most of the time. But this is an Alvarez. Obviously, where's the camera? Okay. It's had a bad day. We got no headstock, but it's had an even worse day. We can see this. It came in with this severe body damage. A while ago, it was I couldn't even get this to close. There was so much wood debris in the way from the splintering. But I worked on a little bit. I had to cut a dowel that they used a dowel and to glue this neck heel on. So this is a two-piece mahogany, and they glue the heel, and they used a dowel. And that was broken and in the way. But anyways, I think we'll try and close this up today. It'll be something we can get done on camera. I mean, at least get it clamped off.
So yeah, this came in, no questions asked, and I believe you said this is a service plan actually.
This is a warranty repair, so we're going to repair this free of charge for the warranty. And I don't know what happened to it, but it looks pretty violent. It's got.
I think let's just not ask the questions and what happened to it.
I see them like this. I suspect girlfriend sometimes or bar fight. Or I guess it could have been giving a concert on the tailgate of a truck and fell off or something.
Mm-hmm. Or a good argument to always have a case handy.
No kidding.
So is this just glue it back and hope for the best, or what are your tricks on this one?
So yeah, I'm going to try to get it to mate up as tight as I can everywhere, glue it all back, and then probably be doing a lot of finish touch-ups. You can see it's got a nasty gouge there.
Mm.
Maybe we should do all this on the live stream because, I mean, since it's a warranty repair, they really can't complain about how long it takes to. Well, it's so badly busted up. You wouldn't expect to get this back in a week, But I could show you my trick for fixing stuff like this. I use special. I say special. It's basically super glue, but it's a super glue designed for finish work called Glue Boost, and we'll be using that to do the touch-ups for the spot finishing.
Now, when something like this comes in has so many issues, you just is there a certain order you would repair it in, or just whatever felt like dealing with?
Yeah, well, yeah, I would do the finished stuff last. I just need to stabilize this first, and then we'll do the headstock.
And since there was a dowel you had to cut through, was it just you glue it all back, or do you have to somehow replace the dowel, or is this kind of impossible?
Yeah, I'm not going to mess with replacing the dowel. I'm not going to mess with that. We're going to have enough glue in there to hold it. The dowel really didn't serve any structural. It was just for ease of gluing. They can line it up with the dowel, clamp it together, and kind of keeps it from sliding around. And I mean, it adds a little structural, but it's mostly the glue doing the dowel. I am going to use Titebond Original if I can get it open. This jar is just about done.
Now, also, if anybody has any questions for old Danny, be sure to.
Is anybody watching yet? Nobody be watching.
We got people watching.
What?
This is a hot commodity show.
Yeah.
If you have any questions,
We got tens of viewers.
Be sure to type it in the chat, and we will do our best to answer it or point you in the right direction.
They make me do this show. They're just like, Guess what? We're going to stick a camera in your face every Monday.
Oh.
Do I have any choice? Nope, nope.
Oh, you like doing this, right?
No, I don't. I wouldn't say I like it. I say I don't mind. It's fine, whatever.
Oh, it's
It's
me.
a change of pace.
You don't like doing the show with me. That's what it is.
No, I prefer. I like you in here. Get some banter. I don't feel like I have to talk the whole time. And you got your dad jokes and stuff.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
All right, I need to.
So you want to explain a little more detail what you did to prep for this? So whenever I walked in this morning, you had a saw, a Japanese saw in the neck of that guitar.
I was just cutting off straight. Yeah, so I was just trying to see if how hard it's going to be to get the neck to sit down. But so to glue this back, whenever you get a catastrophic break like this, everything splinters. It'd be easier to show you on the headstock. Here's the camera. So the wood all splinters and fractures, and the odds of you being able to put it back together and having all those little pieces interlock are about 0. So I like to go through with an X-Acto knife and just cut away a lot of the chafe. I don't know what you call it.
Because you really want to, in gluing wood, you want a good surface to glue to, right?
Yeah. So yeah, if a couple of little splinters, they could poke out, or they could impede it from laying flat. And even if you squeeze it really hard with the clamp, it's still going to leave a little gap. So like right here. So I try to go through and find those problem areas and just cut away those little splinters of wood so that they're laid flat.
And then once you set it, how long do you think the glue will take to cure?
I'll leave it for almost 24 hours. I mean, tomorrow morning it'll be fine. But on the Titebond thing, it says you could remove the clamps after like an hour or something like that. I never do though. I don't know anybody that does.
And is this a situation that do you have to clean up any kind of spillage?
Yeah, once the squeeze out and
Squeeze
spillage,
out, there you go.
we'll have to clean that with a wet rag. But I've got some. So this piece kind of needs to go under that one. And there, it fits pretty good there. If I can get it to do that all the way around. I'd always say that people's like, can that be fixed? I'm like, yeah, it's just wood. It's going to leave a mark.
So I really should have titled this Guitar Surgery today.
No. I've already gone through some of this. Like you said, I was in the neck pocket trying to get that. This was jammed open. You couldn't even get it to, and I had to cut away pieces of this block here that was splintered just to get this to shut. Looks like we've got to cover that though. So I was thinking about working on that 60s 175.
Yes, if anyone remembers that from 2 weeks ago.
When we pulled the frets out, I was waiting, and I didn't do it last Monday because I was still waiting on parts. And it's the parallelograms. They came in just a few minutes ago. These aren't parallel. These are block, because StewMac doesn't carry parallelograms. So StewMac needs to get them. These are, well, I call it plastic. They call it perloid. Gibson calls it perloid. Me and you would call that plastic. But I'm just going to shape these to fit that guitar. But I didn't think you wanted to sit and watch me sand that little piece for 30 minutes because it's going to be pretty tedious. and it's gonna take a while. So maybe I'll go ahead and get those installed, and then we can put that back on the stream when we're doing fun things to it, like replacing the frets.
No, I do see there's some damage to the neck of it.
Yeah,
What's the fix on that?
just a little. I don't know. I'm gonna cross that bridge when I get to it. It's pretty deep. I'm probably gonna dig all the finish out and sand it a little and then fill it. So when I clamp this, I need this push in on this one so it goes under. Same on this side, but then squeeze that. Okay. Got my plan. I got a plan.
And are these specialty clamps you're using, or
I'm going to use I'm going to use a few of these and a few of these. A few quick grips. Some of these, you know what? I don't know what these are called.
you mean your premium luthier tools?
Those are, I mean, they're used by everybody. They're used a lot in the like violin repair and stuff like that. Those little screw clamps. I really wished I had a different brush, but this one will work. I need a little. I'm out of mixing cups.
All right, so then you're using the premium grade cup you got from the Chinese takeout for lunch?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, is there a certain technique you're going to use, or is it just really just throw a bunch of glue in there?
It's mostly just jam a bunch of glue in there and try not to make a mess of it. I'm thinning it just a tad.
Now, is that just for applicability you're thinning it?
Yeah, it's a little stiff, and it might be because it's older glue, but I think it's, no, that feels about right. I just ever so slightly thin it, just a little bit of water, and so it'll wick in a little better.
And this is our real Bob Ross moment of the day. So just a little bit of paint thinner in there.
Do a happy little glue.
Happy little glue and a happy little guitar. They'll be playing Wonderwall in no time.
This is your world. You can
You can play anything.
play anything you want. Do this.
I think that would be glorious, though, one of these days, if we just had you doing guitar repair in an afro. A white shirt.
Yeah, don't tip me.
And I'll throw that to any of our viewers in the chat. You guys want to see Danny dressed as Bob Ross doing guitar repair? Is that just me? I'll check back in a minute.
Sick man.
This is the part I really hope the mic is picking up the ASMR of the brush.
So, Max, you were in audio for a long time, weren't you? Didn't you?
Yes.
You decided you'd rather work here
Yes.
doing voiceovers for guitar repair?
Among other things. And one question I have for you, though, is what made you decide to, I don't know if you can pick this up in the camera, but you're rocking a pretty nice Buc-ee's button down.
Yeah. I'm representing Buc-ee's. I'm a big Buc-ee's fan.
I have not made it out to the to
Have
our
you ever
local-
been to any Buc-ee's?
I've driven past them.
Oh my gosh, you have to go in. It's insane.
I remember driving past one in Alabama for the first time, and I was just like kind of confused about the giant beaver. Oh, okay. We got someone in the chat. Stealth Guitar says, "I know we all like to see guitars being saved, but is this one worth saving?"
No, it's not.
I would disagree.
It's just, I mean, not to be little, but you know, an Alvarez is not, it's not like it's a Martin or a Gibson.
To be fair, but we will honor, like I said, this is a warranty repair from the Palin Service Plan, so we are doing our best to.
So, yeah, what I'm gonna do is repair it, but if the customer's like, no, I don't dig that.
Well, then we'll
I don't
cross
think
that other
that's a
bridge.
good enough job. Then I think the next step would be replace.
Yeah. Well, we shall see and cross that bridge at another time. Good question, though.
It's definitely borderline. And that was mentioned by Nate, who's a manager here. He's like, is Quinn see this? Maybe we shouldn't repair this one. I told him I enjoy a challenge, so maybe we'll see. Maybe I'll throw it away.
Now, how tight do you usually place the clamps?
Well, if you're doing it right, you shouldn't have to like squeeze the life out of them. You know what I mean? If you got a good joint. So it's not really how tight, it's how snug is the joint.
All right, another question from the chat. Stealth Guitar, was this damaged in shipping? No, this was, I believe, bought in our storefront, and they had the warranty plan, so they brought it back in the state, and this was more of a, I don't think we ask any questions about how it happened.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it.
You got Big Daddy Elijah in the house. Do you know what happened to this one?
Which one is this?
That Alvarez?
Alvarez with all the body and damage and
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Bad day. That's what happened. You should call me Big Daddy.
Isn't that what someone calls you? Big Daddy Elijah?
I'll take it. You want to see this?
Is that the Jaguar? Oh yeah, we had a special guitar brought in the store. It is actually like one of those left underneath the left in the closet kind of special.
Yeah.
Is a 1963 Jaguar.
here, show it off. I'm just doing glue joints.
One of those left in the case and kind of forgotten about. I believe was it the daughter or the granddaughter brought it in?
Granddaughter, she says she remembers when she was 5 years old. Grandpa playing this. He bought it new. You know, you'd have to.
Factory black too.
Very cool.
Matching headstock.
Yeah. Got all the wear. My favorite is right here. You can kind of see that, where he either had he is fretting up here and left his pinky and ring finger like that. So that's such a cool wear mark. But
It's funny to think back in the day, this was actually like the most expensive model.
yeah, this
And
was their Rolls Royce.
This was
Guitar.
more expensive than a Tele, more expensive than a Strat or a Jazzmaster. This was top of the line
Yeah,
back
and
then.
nowadays it's
That was
kind of
supposed to be-
backwards. where
Yeah.
the Strats and the Tellies are a lot more
Mhm.
than
That's-
something like this.
I
But
told the guys,
very cool. Take
even
it
though
back.
we priced that out for us, and if that would have been a 63 Strat,
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted
that'd have been 30, 40 grand,
one
maybe
time a
more.
lady brought in a 1962 Strat.
Yeah.
Similar story. It was uncle's or something like that. Really nice lady. She didn't know what she had, and I was like, "You might need to sit down to know what the price is on this." And I told her,
It's like Antiques Roadshow.
yeah,
essentially.
honestly, it was very cool. But yeah, you don't see these every day.
I didn't realize the hardware would be gold.
Yeah, because this one they did like of course like the Sunburst is the one that you see from that era. a
Yeah,
lot.
that'd be the common one.
This black one, I haven't done enough information or reading on it, but the black was the higher end version. It was like their deluxe version. So it was black with gold.
Mm.
And this would have been like a really polished white pickguard.
Man, that mute is barely holding on.
Oh, it's but everything, I mean, we haven't plugged it in, but everything seems to function and
It smells like an old Fender.
work the way it should. Dan's gonna get that set up. Oh, yeah.
All right, another question from Stealth Guitar. How come the acoustic's being repaired and not replaced?
Who's gonna set it up?
Well, this first step, since they bought it and bought our service plan, and this happened, and it's still under the warranty, we are doing our best to repair that.
Because repairing them's fun.
Repairing them is fun.
Yep.
Steve Stewart asked, what is the cost of this repair without a warranty? Man, now they're making us do math.
Steve, what are you doing? Shouldn't you be working?
Is that a friend of yours?
Yes.
Steve Stewart?
Yep, that's old Tiki Man pickups. I think
Oh, Tiki Man. Okay.
this would be more than the guitar's worth. Because on the head, it's going to be over $500 repair.
Mm.
On the headstock, I'm going to have to do carbon fiber because that's such a bad break.
Mm.
So that'll be fun.
Because on a headstock rig, you actually want like more wood showing, right? So it's more wood to like glue.
Yeah, yeah, the surface area is what I'm hoping. When you got, that's almost just a, that's a butt joint.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing to glue is only so good. I mean, it's good, but daggum.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're gonna have to reinforce that. So a lot of guys would put splints in. I've been working on this carbon fiber. You've probably seen it starting to get popular,
Mm-hmm.
because it works really well.
And we got Stealth Guitar in the comments. LOL, I have fixed a lot of guitars over the years. I agree. It's fun to bring them back to life.
Yeah. I don't like this spot right here. It's kind of.
Now, is it sealing like you want it to seal, or is it fighting you a little bit?
It's all sealing great except for that one spot right there. I can feel the lips. So
I don't know. If I had my money, I feel like this is just someone dropped this. But I put my money.
from a two-story building.
Something like that, or like on some concrete or something. Not that I want to care or judge. And your buddy Steve says it's a good repair to educate everyone with.
Yeah. Yeah, including me.
This is also a good opportunity to explain the benefits of having a case.
The kid. And buying the warranty. I mean.
And buying the warranty. We are honoring it.
Like I said, if this doesn't turn out good, we'll just buy him a new guitar.
Yeah. We have plenty of Alvarez in stock. They're really great beginner guitars.
I wish I could put some pressure on both of those sides a little. Let me think. I just want a little pressure like that. We could wrap it. So
I was gonna bring out the.
I don't know. We're just thinking on our feet here. I just want to.
It's always a good time when Danny busts out the surgical tubing.
This is like a. What is this? This is an exercise band.
We're gonna get physical.
I warned you guys about Max's dad jokes. I think if I wrap that with a little pusher right there, I might need your help here in a minute, Max. To hold. Where's the other? Right there on this side. So, yeah. It's getting exciting. It's all going to kill the feed, kill the feed.
That is becoming the very popular request is the Jordan Cut the Feed shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike Henderson in the house.
Oh, in the house. Dropping off a Nick instead.
Oh, yeah?
Mhm.
Nothing the Danny can't handle.
Nothing that Danny can
You
handle.
sure it needs it? Okay.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Mm-hmm. Did you get to see the Jaguar? Very cool.
Yeah. Because I do like wood food. How cool.
Mm-hmm.
Everything about it's awesome.
Does it make you want a Jaguar?
Sorta.
Sorta.
Not that one.
On that one.
I don't think she's gonna part with it. I'm fine with
I asked her if she wanted to sell it.
it.
All right, stealth guitar again. So did you say you're going to use carbon fiber to reinforce the sides? No, the carbon fiber is, and Danny can explain the process. He's going to use that to reattach the headstock and reinforce the brake there. You mind going into that process, Danny?
Yeah, I used carbon fiber on it. Oh,
Oh,
More
gee,
than
thank
that?
you, thank you. Such in depth.
well, this is a live stream, so you can't edit or anything. So I guess I could maybe.
Maybe, I mean, don't you just like reattach it and then put layers of layers and carbon fiber on there and harden it?
Yeah, let me find an old one, basically.
Because I know you brought a couple of guitars back to life. I know there was that PRS that we did a video on. You can find it on our, I think, Facebook and YouTube channel. It's just it's definitely a step up, and then just gluing it and setting it.
So there was a headstock brake that they tried to repair with. Can you see that?
Yeah.
They tried to repair that with dowels, a bunch of dowels going different directions. It was nuts. So I just glued it back on, and then I carve out about a 1/16 of an inch deep, all the whole area that gets carbon fiber. And then that's just, you can see the carbon fiber there, and I was wetting it down with resin, and then I lay it in kind of like you would fiberglass or something like that. And then, well, I don't have any other steps, but there it is, done.
Because you went the extra mile of like trying to paint in the wood grain, right, on that one?
Yeah, so that's carbon fiber, and then I paint a base coat like wood color, like just a matte brown, and then paint in wood grain, and then shoot the red, the trans red over it. So, and that's the, can you see that on the camera? I don't know, but they come out practically invisible.
I think his question is, what are we doing to reinforce the sides? I think we're just gluing and setting the sides.
Right now, I'm gonna, once they set, if I can get them to set right, I'm gonna go back in and I'll put some cleats. Here's another one. You can see it in the process. That's all carbon fiber. Whoops, that's a video. From, you can see the holes are missing, so it's carbon fiber from there down. And I was drawing in the grain lines with this little pin.
I remember when you got done with that PRS, it's like you couldn't tell unless you were looking for it, really.
And there's the final. I don't know if you can. Yeah. And I was tried different stuff on that one. Because that one was pretty difficult.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if I could just get, I got a clamp wide enough just to go across that.
Mm.
Is it wide enough?
I think by the end of this, you're gonna have every single clamp you own on this guitar.
They call me Jed Clamp It. Damn, Max, you all right?
I mean, oh man, I love that. I'm sorry, you just broke me there. And you said I'm bad with puns. All right, Danny, you win.
All right.
I'll just go away back to my office.
What do you do here, Max? I don't even know what you do. You like you just wander around, tell dad jokes.
I mean, that's a little bit of what I do, but I do some I would do the behind the scenes stuff.
It's a little bit of what you do. Tell the dad jokes.
No, technically, I'm in charge of all the listings, so I list all the fancy guitars on the website.
Oh, that doesn't suck.
I don't make the big bucks like the comedy genius over there.
Let's see.
Throw it back to chat. How many of y'all actually remember the Beverly Hillbillies? I remember watching it like on TV Land back in the day.
I want this one up. One down.
You know, maybe that's what happened. Maybe it fell into the cement pond.
Yeah.
Now, is this getting you the pressure you're kind of looking for?
I'm not sure yet. I'm trying to.
And is there a certain pressure you're looking for? Or you just know it when you feel it.
Well, I'm just feeling with my finger across the joint, and I'm trying to get it as flush as possible. It was proud on this one side because it obviously, when it broke, it relieved all that tension in the side. And the wood didn't really want to be curved, so it was trying to get away. All right. I think I'm going to leave it like that till tomorrow. Then I'll get mad.
Is it mad? So it looks worrisome now if you just walked in on it. This was your guitar, but you'll be making it looking about as good as you can the next couple of days, though.
Yeah, it'll get a lot better. But I mean, if I want to be technical, the warranty just covers making it playable.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't. It covers some cosmetic, but not like gross cosmetic. We're like, it's got to look like new.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Step one. I think I could get one more clamp on there, maybe.
Clamp it.
Dag nabbit.
Maybe that's the shirt we need. Is you just dressed up like a
I want to set this over here on a bench.
you dressed up like Jade Clampett. I'll be Jeffro, and then we'll have Nate be Mr. Drysdale.
All right. How much time's left on the stream? Should we do something else?
Let's see. We've been going about 34 minutes, so we're in the realm of we could probably wrap it up, unless there's something quick you want to tackle.
Well, no, we could talk about that Gibson.
Mm-hmm.
I could show you my dilemma.
All right, let's show us the dilemma. We do have some people remembering the old Beverly Hillbillies in the chats. Your Tiki Man said Mojo not included in the warranty. That's what I think he's meaning by that. And those who hadn't caught our stream for a couple weeks ago, you took all the frets out of this one,
Yeah.
and it just needs some repair from the inlays.
So I really need to level the fretboard gently. Not a lot, but it's pretty. But I need to. They want to replace these inlays, and believe it or not, StewMac does not sell these. I ordered some online, and they showed up, and they were actual mother of pearl. These are what does Gibson call them?
Parloid?
Pearloid, which in layman's is plastic. So the Gibson ones are plastic. So the mother of pearl looked great, but I couldn't put them with this. So I ordered these from StewMac, which are ridiculously expensive. It was like 35 or 40 bucks for this little pearloid plastic, and I'm going to shape some of these and then fit them in there and then age them back. And I can't, so I need to set these before I sand the neck, obviously. So, but these just came in like minutes before the stream. I was like, man, I don't know. You want to spend the whole stream watching me probably take 30 minutes to shape one, you know, so I might do these off camera, and then we'll pick this back up when I've got the inlays back in, and then we'll put the frets in. And we'll have to put a new nut on and fret. This one's probably going to have to go. It's both of those are. I don't know. I might could concoct some super glue solution that looks similar and fill that. We'll see. But anyways, this one hasn't gone anywhere. We're just taking it slow. Unfortunately, they weren't in a hurry. They just want it done right. So we're gonna take our time and make it look good. I can age these back with. I'm actually gonna use nitro because since it's plastic, it'll soak into that and color it with an airbrush. Who's out there? Anyways.
Yeah, your Tiki Man called it a Nugent axe. Did he play those?
He played
Birdland. I thought it was Birdland.
Birdlands,
Yeah.
but it's very similar. I mean,
Yeah, it's a little thicker. I think the Birdlands were thinner.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Hey, did George Thorogood play those?
He played something like that. I don't remember exactly. Did you know that I don't know how I know this. It was some rabbit hole that he was a professional ball player. He was in the minor leagues and he used to do that. The guitar act on the side is just like a gag. It was actually a joke. That's why all his songs are like I'm bad at the bow. You know, it was like a bit that he did, and it just got popular, and he chose that over professional baseball. I just remember weird trivia for no apparent reason.
Well, that was a thorough good piece of trivia.
Oh my God.
Oh, anyway,
You can
with
do better than
that,
that.
I think this is the part where we wrap it up. Again, thank you for anyone who's watching and the privilege of your time. If you have any questions, be sure to message us or
I'm the headless podcaster.
on the Headless Podcaster. I am Max. This is Danny. We'll see you next week.
See ya.